And we are on the air. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, oh, my friend.
Hi there.
And welcome to event number 22 of round number 22 of the M.T.N. Monster Truck Nation MTM2 series. I'm your host, Tom Todd 774, along with the Vision of Legend of We 92 and a new member of our broadcast team, the Adventure Chew.
I invented you.
How are you
Sorry to
doing?
pop in unannounced.
How are you doing, guys?
We're doing great. Doing
I'm
fantastic.
just calling up.
All
Yep.
right. We have got
This is
a
the first time we got
yep.
him around here, so this ought to be fun.
Yes, this ought to be a fun one indeed. We got a very interesting U-turn course, beautiful weather. Last time we were on M.T.N. Cody, it was rainy, mucky, and the side event that we had previously scheduled was canceled. This time around on M.T.N., lots of sunshine and hopefully lots of horsepower.
Pretty good, because the last time it was so rainy, it did cause a lot of hindrance to some of us.
Yep, Mark Hall and
Yeah, you can say that again.
Executioner took the victory last time out on MTN. So TN, we're gonna TN. It will be so we'll see him again very shortly. But here are the first round matchups, guys.
All right.
All right,
Aw,
let's.
no overkill. Just
Over
kidding.
here.
Overkill will be back on this tour.
And if he prefers it, boy, Jordal. Of course, we
Ah,
love to make that joke sometimes. Me and the Fantasy do that.
okay.
Don't be surprised if
It's
he does it sometimes.
basically the overkill line backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see
And
if I can find that.
Just like
anyways,
how SMT4 does Senmodnar, which is randomness backwards. If you couldn't already tell.
anyways,
Alright.
here's our competitor. Here are our participants and our first round matchups. Richard Patterson out of Madisonville, Kentucky, driving for the Barefoot team this time around. He's got a lot on his plate. He'll be facing off against Tim Hall, brother of Mark Hall, in the Iceman.
Yeah, that sounds like that would be a good matchup.
Tim Hall's brother Mark Hall in the Executioner, our winner last time out on MTN from one event ago here on MTN. TN at Kansas City. He'll be taking on Rob Fuchs in
Well, I couldn't
First
find it on the
Blood.
Blood is on the knife.
Sudden Impact, John Cisak from Pennsylvania. Strong competitor everywhere he goes. He'll be taking on Scott Stephens out of Texas in the very always dangerous Chevrolet of the Auto Value King Crunch.
Yep.
Sounds
Big
like he's
Daisy
about to
Bowl.
overthrow a king.
They
Semper Tyrannis.
have faced each other before, and it is pretty cool seeing them race sometimes.
That it is. That it is, Legend of Tivolo. And Gary Wiggins out of Williamston, North Carolina, in the Carolina Crusher. Always tough competitor, and he'll be taking on another TNT era truck. However, one that's not quite as advanced as the others, a leaf sprung truck right here. John Breen out of Jefferson City, Missouri, in the truck that they call Mad Dog.
Arf arf.
Oh,
Yeah. These are pretty cool right here. I have seen them before on, videos on YouTube. Watch them
I
race.
think
and
my
different
brother
ones.
would bias towards Carolina Crusher as he lives in South Carolina with his wife now.
Ah, yeah. You have mentioned that before. Yeah, I think you'll love that one.
Rick Petrolide, driving the second Bigfoot team truck, the Snake Bite, and he'll be taking on Brian Townsend and the Monster Patrol.
Yep, and
Snake bite.
interestingly,
Ooh-ha.
about Snakebite, of course, that's also the first monster truck with a custom 3D body that doesn't represent any other vehicle, but something that's based on a theme, like snakes in this case. So that's a really cool truck right there, up against Monster Patrol, another classic favorite that everyone loves too. Pretty cool.
Now that is interesting.
Dan Patrick out of Kingston, Ohio, in the Samson Machine, always tough competitor, and he'll be taking on a fan favorite from the Thunder National Circuit, Cody and the Adventure Chew, Michael Voners out of Hagerstown, Maryland, in Black Stallion.
Yep, those are great names right there.
Jim Kramer, the OG driver, the first ever professional monster truck driver behind the wheel of the Bigfoot Ford. And he'll be going up against John Breen's brother, Bob Breen, in Wild Hair.
Yep, things
Like
are about to
Wild
get hairy.
Hair's about to get stomped.
I guess we'll just see.
We'll wait and see about that one.
And Bigfoot's the one that started all.
Yep, Bigfoot started it all, I believe, back in 1974.
Yeah, that
Wow.
old. That's a long time ago.
Pablo Huffman.
Right.
Gravedigger is here today, but Dennis Anderson is not in the truck. It'll be Pablo Huffaker in place of Dennis Anderson and behind the wheel of the Gravedigger Chevrolet, and he'll be taking on another very big, bad, tough Chevrolet Cody and Donnie. Steve Dane out of Killeen, Texas, and Awesome Kong.
Great names, very popular, and it's going to be cool seeing them race against each other on this session that we're going to go through on this event. Sweet.
It is on like the awesome Donkey Kong.
If only Donkey Kong was driving it, then yeah.
A man can dream, can he?
Yep,
Yeah.
that they can.
We have Donkey Kong as a monster truck before in real life, though. At least that's happened already.
Oh yes, and that truck will be
This
featured in
model
this.
after the iconic ape with a tie.
And that truck will be seen on this show in the not too distant future.
Now that sounds awesome.
So you need to go grab it.
And all right, we'll begin first round in a few moments. We'll take a little bit of a breather here.
All right.
Welcome back to M.T.N. Tom Todd 774 in the booth, along with the Adventure Chew and Tivolo and the Vision of Legend of Wii with you. We are just getting started we are just about to start the first round. Cody and Donnie, what are your expectations?
If you want my predictions of who would win each matchup, for the first match, I would have to place my bets on Barefoot, then Executioner, Sudden Impact, Carolina Crusher, Monster Patrol, Black Stallion, Bigfoot, and Grave Digger.
Yeah, those are my predictions too.
All right, we'll see. The Snakebite Monster Patrol matchup, I think, is going to be a toss-up.
Yeah, a big one. Only one way to find out, I suppose.
Yeah, only one way to find that out.
Indeed. Yes, indeedy.
find that out. All right, here we go. Richard Patterson driving out of Madisonville, Kentucky in Barefoot, the big Dodge. And he'll be going up against Tim Hall in the Iceman. All right. Stats on both of these trucks. Barefoot, driven by, the Barefoot team is owned by Fred Schaefer. Richard Patterson is doing the driving here today. Patterson is out of Madisonville, Kentucky. Truck is a 1997 Dodge Ram powered by a 572 cubic inch Keith Black Hemi engine, which makes 1,600 horsepower. Iceman, on the other hand, is driven by Tim Hall, is owned and driven by Tim Hall. He's out of Champaign, Illinois. Truck is a 1995 Chevrolet powered by a 509 cubic inch Oldsmobile engine, a bit unusual. It makes 1,300 horsepower. Iceman a little down on power here, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, that is true. But we can't count him out just yet anyway. Sometimes it takes the right, timing and everything in order to win that race against even the fastest one.
Yep, and I think it's going to be and we are on a U-turn course here. Remember that, guys.
Exactly. A U-turn, you have to do a turn in order to make it to the finish line.
If it's if it's not the right kind of strategy that gets Iceman over the finish line, probably gonna be some big mistake Barefoot could make.
Yep.
Right.
How many times have we seen that in those live monster truck events?
All right, here we go. Barefoot is in. Iceman is in.
All right, here we go. And the monsters have been unleashed.
That they have.
A good start so far from both of them.
Elite,
All right,
elite.
all right. This is where the race is gonna be decided. Oh, Richard Patterson cut a brilliant turn, a little bit too tight, may I add, but it's gonna be enough to get him across the finish line first.
Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Barefoot gets the win.
Just as I thought.
Yep. We need a replay. Or just a moment.
Great run by Richard Patterson. Up and over the double right there and cut that corner, to kind of babying it around the turn just a little bit, don't you think? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Somewhat.
But it was enough to get him across the finish line first.
Now,
That's all you need to know.
Yep. Iceman, I think, was just a little too much into the turn, just overdrove it.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah.
Oh, you can
Into
say
the
that
crowd a
again.
little.
I said a
Yeah,
mistake
trouble
could cost Barefoot everything, but it looks like it costed the Iceman everything instead.
Yep, that it did.
Yep.
Did Richard
Barefoot has
Pat
melted that guy.
Richard Patterson and Barefoot will advance.
Yep.
All right, next up, Mark Hall, the winner from one event ago, and the Executioner. And this is going to be rather a mismatch for the first round of competition. He'll be taking on Rob Fuchs out of Woodstock, Illinois, in First Blood.
This is gonna be interesting, especially with both trucks having very deadly sounding names.
You're gonna have to learn to do that. And you need to bring the dog in here.
Well, first blood.
Give me a
first
minute,
beat-
guys. Give me a minute, guys. I'm being paged again. Jesus.
Oh, great.
All right, where were we? We were on Executioner
Barefoot.
and Barefoot. We already got past the Barefoot Iceman matchup. We're on Executioner and First Blood. All right.
So,
Yes.
will the executioner get his execution at the gallows? Or will First Blood be the first to draw some blood? Let's watch and see.
All right, here we go. We go Executioner versus First Blood. Ford versus Dodge. Here's a look at Executioner, and here's a look at First Blood. All right. Status. All right, stats. Specifications on these two trucks. Executioner is owned and driven by Tim and Mark Hall. Mark Hall doing the driving in this one. They're at a Champaign, Illinois. Truck is a 1999 Dodge Ram. It's powered by a 565 cubic inch Chrysler wedge motor. Makes 1,500 horsepower. First Blood, on the other hand, is owned and driven by Rob Fuchs. He's out of Woodstock, Illinois. Truck is a 1991 Ford F350, powered by a 540 cubic inch Ford engine that makes 1,400 horsepower. One's a leaf spring and one is a shock truck. Cody, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, that is quite the mismatchup right there because one is more advanced than the other because the steel monster truck would actually have a harder time to compete with a fiberglass steel tube chassis monster truck, of course.
I think,
But let's not count them out yet.
yeah, from what I understand, I think First Blood has a fiberglass hooded bed.
Oh, well, that's unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered about stuff like that, like hybrids with steel
Yeah.
monster trucks.
Yeah.
That gets me very curious.
The only thing steel on it is, the cab.
Yeah, the cab itself is steel. That we know.
But I'm pretty sure First Blood has a fiberglass hood and bed.
Yeah.
All right, two Illinois boys about to go at it here at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. First Blood and Executioner.
And
Here
who
we
will be
go.
The first to draw that blood. All right, they're off now.
Monsters have been unleashed, as Cody would say.
Release the beast!
Time to turn now.
Oh ho ho!
Whoa!
Oh,
Did you
beautiful.
see Mark Hall?
Not
He never
bad.
lifted off that throttle. Stayed in the gas the whole way.
Nice start. That's one I've seen all day right now.
He kept his foot on the gas, never lifted.
Yeah. That was hardcore.
Yeah. They do not hold back.
Of course. They never hold back.
Watch Mark Hall as he makes this turn. He never lifts. He hammered it.
Yeah, I bet you he can bench press a track if he wanted to.
All right,
Looks like
where
we
did
got our first execution at the gallows.
All right, where did
Yeah,
First Blood
up
make
there.
his mistake?
Yeah, let's see. What happened with him?
Too wide
Oh
in the
dear.
corner.
Yeah, too wide.
It's the same mistake Iceman made.
Yep, the very same.
How on earth did that happen?
Executioner advances.
Like Iceman, like First Blood, I guess.
Yep.
I
All
guess
right.
they really wanted to touch grass, if you know what I mean.
Yep. Next up is a great Chevrolet versus Ford matchup. John Seasock in sudden impact. We know.
I want sudden impact to win. That American in design sells me instantly.
Oh yes, beautiful truck. And his
Very.
opponent will be Scott Stephens in King Crunch.
I think I said I had my bets on King Crunch initially, but I changed my mind. I'm all sudden impact.
All right, Ford versus Chevrolet. Chevrolet. Now let's get down to the specs of these two trucks. Sudden Impact is owned and driven by John Seasock. He's out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. Truck is a 2001 Ford F-150 powered by a 572 cubic inch Ford engine, makes 1,600 horsepower. The Auto Value King Crunch, on the other hand, with that big Auto Value sponsorship, is owned and driven by Scott Stephens. He's out of Woodlands, Texas. Truck is a 1990 Chevrolet powered by a 557 cubic inch Rodeck engine, makes 1,700 horsepower. So these two trucks about even on paper, don't you think?
Indeed.
Probably. I still bias towards sudden impact, though.
All right, we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, they're all pretty great, so let's see what they can do.
All right, the Auto Value King Crunch going up against Sudden Impact.
All right, Sudden Impact and King Crunch, let's go. Rolf, the monsters have been unleashed.
That they have. Up and over the double.
Pretty good. Here comes the turn.
Oh, Seasock cut a brilliant turn.
Yes,
Yeah.
America will win.
Sudden Impact takes it.
Seems the right lane is so troublesome for the other drivers.
Yes, there is a good side and a bad side to the competition here this evening.
Yep. It's like that sometimes. One lane can be better than the other sometimes.
Yep. Sudden Impact.
They really need to even these lanes out.
Sudden Impact will advance. John Seasock. And we know how tough, and Seasock's been a tough competitor. He actually scored a win at Pueblo, Colorado earlier this season.
Interesting.
A great feel-good story for him in that truck.
Yep.
Next up is a good pair of bow tie Chevrolets.
Yep, all the Chevy. It's complete Chevy.
6 packs and a Chevy Cheyenne.
Carolina Crusher going up against the Mad Dog.
Call me a madman, but I'm betting on Carolina Crusher.
Oh, we'll see
If
about.
not solely for the fact that my brother and his wife live in South Carolina.
All right, John
Yep.
Breen, in preparation for this event, has made some upgrades to the Mad Dog Chevrolet. So we'll get to the specs of his truck first. The Mad Dog is owned and driven by the Breen Boys Racing Toys Stable. That's the team headed by John Breen. He's out of Jefferson City, Missouri. Truck is a 1986 Chevy Blazer. It's powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet engine blown on alcohol, so he does have a blower on it this time around. And it makes 1,300 horsepower. He's only had 7 minutes on this new engine setup, so we'll see how it works for him. He's never put it through a race. He has yet to put it through a race. So we'll see how that new engine setup works for John Breen. His opponent will be Gary Wiggins in Carolina Crusher. The truck owned by Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina. Wiggins himself from Williamston, North Carolina. Not too far from Wadesboro. Truck is a 1995 Chevrolet powered by a 557 cubic inch Rodec engine, makes 1,500 horsepower. And I think the win may or may not be determined by the design of the trucks. What do you think?
Well, I guess we'll
Well,
just see
but-
who is the better driver.
However, I
think
will.
Carolina Crusher's gonna make it through.
All right,
He probably will.
we will see. Well, we shall see. However, given that the Mad Dog truck is more set up for straight line racing than tried to make turns, so we'll see. All right, here we go.
Okay, they have been unleashed. They are going right now, strong and steady. Is he going to be able to do that turn? He is. Oh, wow.
Easy.
That's
Dang,
nice.
he made
Oh,
it. Nice.
Oh, hang up. Oh, hold up. The officials had called it a false start. Carolina Crusher did not get off the line, so they're going to reline them up.
Oh, dear.
RB,
Yeah, that
guys.
happens sometimes.
Sometimes that happens, man.
Yeah. And another thing that happens sometimes on M.T.N. is that they would often play mind games with each other if they are in the wrong lane, and all that.
That is true.
It's brutal.
It's so funny when they don't get.
Yep. All right, here we go. Carolina Crusher and Mad Dog.
Okay, here we go again this time. Right? Oh.
Now what?
All right, there's the setup. All right, here we go.
Yeah, they're just making sure that their setting is correct. Again, here we go.
Oh,
That's a
Mad
tough
Dog
one.
with a tough bounce.
Yeah, that's a bit tough there. Oh. See,
Nice
that's a
recovery, though.
Oh, man. Both guys are struggling in the turn, but Mad Dog
Yeah.
recovers first, and he's going to put one of the big guns away. And a major upset right here.
What an
Oh,
upset
come
there.
on.
That is something.
Major upset. Upset. Mad Dog puts one of the big guns away. Wow.
Let's hope my brother doesn't find out about that.
John Breen's got to be happy about that run.
Yeah, I say he ought to be proud of it.
The only leaf sprung truck so far to make it into the second round.
Yep, ain't that something? It doesn't happen that often.
I think Wiggins, overdrove the corner. He saw he was behind and desperation just set in. Let's see if I'm right. Yep. So Mad Dog advances. All right, this next one's going to be a toss-up. Snake Bite going up against Monster Patrol. Here's a look at Snake Bite, Rick Petroline. And he'll be going up against Brian Townsend in the Monster Patrol. Guys, what do you think? Guys? All right, here we go. Next matchup will be Snakebite going up against the Monster Patrol. Here's a look at Rick Petroline and the Snakebite guys.
Snake bite, hoo-ha-ha.
And his opponent will be Brian Townsend in the Monster Patrol.
I love the colors on that truck all the time. I've always loved watching it growing up as a kid too, besides Gravedigger, so my prediction, I think Monster Patrol will win the round, but we'll just wait and see.
Yep, we'll have to wait and see about this one. Snakebite's no slouch either.
Exactly. Both are very powerful and tough in their own way.
Yep. Rick Petrol. All right. Specs on the trucks. Snakebite is owned by Bob Chandler. Bob Chandler's Bigfoot Stable. Rick Petroline is entrusted to do the driving today. The team is out of Pacific, Missouri. Truck is a Ford Snake powered by a 572 cubic inch Ford engine, makes 1,800 horsepower. Whereas Brian Townsend, whereas the Monster Patrol is owned by Paul Schaefer, driven by Brian Townsend. Team's based out of Portage, Indiana. Truck is a 1997 Chevrolet, powered by a 572 cubic inch Chevrolet engine, makes 1,500 horsepower. All right, this should be a pretty close race, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, it's going to be quite intense between these two.
And it's also intense with the manufacturer's involvement. It's Ford versus Chevrolet.
Yep.
These two have had quite a rivalry for quite a while.
Yep.
Indeed. Long time. The monsters have it only.
Oh, that.
See what they can do. Oh dear, what's happening to Snakebite?
Snakebite probably, I think, where we're getting is Snakebite popped out of gear. We don't know. We have no idea where the Monster Patrol is. But Snakebite's going to take it across the finish line. Monster Patrol all over the track.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Well, only one way to find out. replay.
Oh man, looks like Moss Patrol got off course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Went totally off course.
So out of bounds.
Moss Patrol
Stretch
is,
over there.
yep, Moss Patrol DQ'd.
That's
Snakebite
unfortunate.
takes the victory.
Despite his own share of bombs too.
Yeah.
Can he still drive with it like that?
It's not a transmission problem. The truck just popped out of gear.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep. Snakebite advances into the quarterfinals. All right, next up is another great Ford versus Chevrolet matchup, guys.
Yeah.
Dan Patrick in the Samson machine going up against Michael Waters out of Hagerstown, Maryland, and Black Stallion. All right, here's the specs on the trucks. Black Stallion is owned and driven by Michael Waters. He's out of Hagerstown, Maryland. Truck is a 2000 Ford, powered by a 572 cubic inch Ford engine, makes 1600 horsepower. And Waters, a longtime veteran in monster trucks. But in a lot of shows that he goes to, they're non-dirt shows indoors. He's a multi-time Thunder Nationals champion. Thunder Nationals, the series of shows that runs the small arenas. And on a lot of them, they don't even put the dirt on the floor. It's really just a concrete floor.
Yeah.
Whereas Samson, on the other hand, is owned and driven by Dan Patrick. He's out of Kingston, Ohio. Truck is a 1996 Chevrolet, powered by a 560 cubic inch Keith Black Hemi engine, makes 1500 horsepower. So these two trucks about even on paper.
I lean towards
Yeah.
Samson for the American flag on the back.
Same.
Well, we'll see what he can do.
It's another fan favorite too, and has been part of Monster Jam sometimes.
Oh yes, it occasionally
Same
tours
for Black
Monster.
Stallion.
Yes, I think Samson tours Monster Jam. I think every other year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yup.
All right, here we go. Samson against Black Stallion.
All right.
Samson will have lane choice. Up.
Yeah, they're just doing the mind games right now,
Yep, that they are.
being on each other's lanes. Yeah, let's
Okay.
give them a moment until it's out of their system.
Okay, there we go.
There we
Oh, did they need to use the bathroom or something?
go.
Oh, Samson got off the line. Great.
Yeah, that was
Turn's
nice.
great.
Turn.
Another good turn.
Real good turn. That was great.
Oh, that was a
Won that
excellent
round.
run from Samson. Black Stallion hung up on the Black Stallion in the turn poles, hung up. And that's
What,
a
is he
soft.
trying to make out with a pole or something?
Oh, come on.
What?
Here's a replay of Samson's run. Dan Patrick, smooth as silk.
Oh yes. And smooth as butter. Butter toast.
Butter toast.
Yeah, he was having some problems right there.
Black Stallion,
Just
I
like
had
the others.
having problems. I think he tagged the wall too, which didn't help him any.
Yep, that did not
Yeah,
help
we
his
saw that.
poor guy.
All right. Jim Kramer, Bigfoot. Bigfoot number 9, and he'll be taking on Bob Breen in Wild Hair.
Ooh, that's a nice color palette.
Indeed, it looks pretty.
All right, here we go. All right, so here is the specs on the trucks. Bigfoot, driven by Jim Kramer, team truck owned by Bob Chandler, team based out of Pacific, Missouri. Truck is a 1990 Ford F-150 powered by a 572 cubic inch Ford engine, makes 1,800 horsepower. Wild Hair, on the other hand, also made some engine changes on his truck, owned by the Breen brothers, John and Bob Breen. Bob Breen drives this one. Team based out of Jefferson City, Missouri. Truck is a 1986 Chevrolet, powered by a 468 cubic inch big block Chevrolet, alcohol blown injected, makes 1,300 horsepower. And this should be a terrific battle, guys. What do y'all think?
I think it'll be
I
great.
think Bigfoot will easily stomp into oblivion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Make them smell that Bigfoot.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's see if he'll crush the competition today. And they're
Be
doing my
well.
games again.
Bigfoot with lane choice.
Yeah, apparently he wants the left side.
Or the right side.
Oh, but yeah.
Depending on depending on where you look at the track from, I guess.
Right.
Look left! No! Your other left!
Yeah, it's like, is it my left or is it your left kind of thing, you know?
Stop chewing on my shoelaces. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog.
Yeah, I knew what that meant when you said that.
All right, here we go. Bigfoot, Wild Hair.
Here we go. Alright. And it should be a breeze for him on this turn.
Oh, Kramer cut another beautiful turn.
Ah, man. That was
As
gorgeous.
per usual.
And Jim Kramer wins very easily. Wild Hair in the retaining wall.
That ain't good.
Did this truck break down? I think it broke
Let's-
down.
Let's see.
I guess we'll get an answer.
Yeah,
Yes, we haven't.
not only did Bob Breen not make the turn, he about darn near knocked down the Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
Yep, truck broke down. Clearly.
Yeah.
That was not something I was expecting.
Jim Cramer, smooth as silk.
Yep, it was really good. But nothing will ever compare to what Executioner did on this event so far.
Oh,
End of
yeah.
that turn.
Mark Hall, an Executioner, as we saw earlier, he came sliding through there.
Yeah, that could make anybody jealous with a smooth run like that for a great turn.
Never lifted off the gas either.
Yeah.
I bet the Gravedigger is gonna do the exact same thing, except better.
Alright, here we
Speaking
go.
of,
Alright, here we go. Pablo Huffacre and the Grave Digger.
Oh, yes. My truck, my guy.
And he'll be going up against Steve Dane and Awesome Kong.
Ah, yeah.
oh, it is on like awesome Donkey Kong.
Indeed. Time for specs.
All right. As Cody mentioned, spec time. Awesome Kong is owned and driven by Jeff Dane out of Killeen, Texas. The driving duties are on his entrusted to do the driving today is Jeff Dane's brother Steve Dane. As mentioned before, the team is based out of Killeen, Texas. Truck is powered by a 540 cubic inch Chevrolet engine that makes 1,400 horsepower. Truck is a very skinny version of a 1989 Chevrolet.
Yeah, and I find it hilarious that it's so skinny than the other truck. It's my favorite version of the truck, to be honest. For that reason alone.
Yeah, only a third of apparently when the MTRA made their rules, they had to have a full body truck on it, but however, I think they failed to mention anything about the truck's width.
Yeah. That was something, wasn't it, in the past?
Yep.
That was crazy.
So they kind of exploited a loophole, basically.
Yeah. Of course, safety always mattered with the drivers and also the spectators, too.
Yep. Grave Digger. I think we know the story of Grave Digger. Grave Digger, created by Dennis Anderson, entrusted to do the driving today is Pablo Huffacre, team out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Truck is a 1950 Chevrolet panel wagon. Truck is a 1951 Chevrolet panel wagon, powered by a 540 cubic inch Chevrolet engine. Also makes 1,400 horsepower.
And those amazing red spooky lights that I love so much to see. When they're on, that means he's ready.
Oh yeah.
He's ready to beat ya.
Oh yeah. When the
And if
red
one light
lights,
goes
Ready
on,
to dig you 6 feet under.
when the
and
red,
if one headlight was to go out, then that means he might be in trouble a little bit.
yep. As Army Armstrong would say, when the headlights are on, that means he's 100%.
Yeah. So Dennis Anderson would often panic if his lights aren't truly working all the way. If one is not working and the other is working, yeah, that means trouble for him. I won't lie, but I would totally stare at Gravedigger for hours. It looks really cool,
Especially with the spooky flames on the truck.
Especially that. Yep.
What are you doing?
When that truck gets roaring, you know you can't win.
Yeah.
I know it's somewhere. There it is, right there.
Excuse me.
All right, Grave Digger taking on Awesome Kong.
All right, and they've been unleashed. Let's see what they can do right now.
Smooth as silk for Huffacre so far.
Comes that turn. Can he make a good turn?
Oh, he fishtailed it around the turn just a little bit. But it's going to be
Yeah, he
enough
did it.
for him to get across the finish line first. Gravedigger, your winner.
Nice.
For once, the Awesome Kong put up an actually good fight.
Yeah.
It looks like the Gravedigger here got a bit of a boner around that pole.
Please.
Oh, man. Pablo Huffacre can absolutely put it to the ground.
Yep.
You
and he
bet
dug
your
that guy.
sweet
He's
dippy
great.
you can.
That's the key. You got around the turn. That's the key.
Yep, he won that match and dug that guy in the grave after beating him.
Awesome Kong just too wide in the corner, I think.
Yeah.
Just turned way too wide.
At least someone's opponent managed to cross the finish line for once.
Yeah. Because usually that other lane would be problematic as of right now.
Well, that was an interesting first round. What brings us to the quarterfinals, guys?
I'll read this one for you. So, all right, we're in the quarterfinals right now. As we saw how all these drivers made it through the first round, so here we have is Barefoot going up against the Executioner. Of course, we have them going on. We have Sudden Impact and Mad Dog to tackle on each other. I wonder how that matchup will go up. And we have Snakebite and Simpson. They will be racing each other at some point. And finally, a classic matchup: Bigfoot and Gravedigger.
The
A great
big
classic.
dogs. That last one, I look forward to the most.
Oh, yes.
Indeed.
Oh, yes. We are definitely looking forward to that fourth quarterfinal round matchup.
Yeah, that's always considered a great matchup. Probably the best one you can see between these two names, because when you see them race, you know it means it's gonna be a great race. It never disappoints.
All right, before we kick things off for the second round, we're going to take a little bit of a breather here.
Hey.
Welcome back to M.T.N. I'm Tom Todd 774, along with the Adventure Chew and the Vision of Legend of Wii. We are just getting started with the quarterfinal round action of Monster Trucks. This should be a pretty dandy one, guys. Barefoot and Executioner. And this one really breaks my heart. I mean, we got 16 of the biggest, baddest monster trucks out there, and we bring them out. But guys, this is Dodge against Dodge.
Oh yeah.
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
I guess there's no dodging it now.
Pun
Yep.
intended.
Yes.
Yep.
Executioner Mark Hall going up against Barefoot Richard Patterson. right, here we go.
Okay.
Hall had lane choice, but I'm not sure it's going to pay off for him right here. Hall's off course.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Hall, Barefoot's going to win.
Wow.
looks like the executioner is about to get hung at the gallows.
Executioner in the retaining wall. Is he all right?
Yeah. Let's see.
Hopefully the executioner.
Thumbs up from
wasn't
the officials.
executed
He's out of the
spectators.
truck. But Hall is definitely done for the night.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
See you at the gallows.
Next up, John Seasock and Sutton Impact. Going up against John Breen and Mad Dog. And this should be a pretty
Mad Dog.
and this should be a pretty interesting race. Mad Dog, the only leaf sprung truck left in this battle.
Interesting.
Yep.
Sudden Impact had lane choice. He had the better of the 2 times.
Yeah.
Again, Mad Dog struggles in the turn, but he's going to have enough to get it across the finish line first.
Wow.
Sudden Impact all over the track.
Wow.
Oh. Come on, it was an American truck.
Hell, sometimes they might have
messed
problems.
up this badly.
Mad Dog had a little bit of trouble in the turn.
You'd think that the sudden impact would have been able to take advantage of that and win.
Dang it, dog. I don't know. What am I going to do with you?
The little doggo's being something, isn't he?
Yeah, he chewed my Sonic keychain up pretty badly. I'll have to get myself a new one.
God.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get myself a new one.
Oh, gee. Oh, jeez. These dogs will always chew up on something, won't they?
Yep, I'll be back. I'm going to go inform my mother.
All right. All righty.
All right, we shall press on.
Onward, my man.
Mad Dog takes the win in our second quarterfinal round square off. First time he's made it this far in a competition. Next up, it'll be Rick Petroline and Snakebite. Going up against Dan Patrick and Sampson.
I side with Samson.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how he does. As he goes up against Snakebite. All right, Ford versus Chevrolet.
Here we go. They've been unleashed.
Not yet. Samson
they're
had a faster time than Snakebite did last round, I think. So he gets lane choice.
Right. Yeah. I guess they just want to do a little bit of mind game. There we go.
Samson laying down has been very consistent today.
Yeah.
To agree. Looks like that consistency still persists.
It's gonna pay
It
off.
paid off.
Samson takes the win. Snakebite hung up in the corner.
It's like the snake has a vendetta against the pole and is now gnawing it into oblivion. Actually,
Yep.
that's a lot scarier than it sounds.
All right, so super late models coming up in just a little bit. But first, oh boy. The matchup of the evening right here. Jim Kramer and Bigfoot going up against Pablo Huffaker and Gravedigger.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Will Bigfoot get utterly stomped? Or will Gravedigger be buried 6 feet under? Let's watch and see.
Let's watch and find out. Oh,
Whoa!
Kramer made a
dear.
little bit of a mistake in the corner, but it's good. But he's gonna have enough to get it across the finish line first.
Yeah, he still made it.
Gravedigger hung up in the corner.
Why does that always happen?
It just does sometimes.
Yeah, right there. There's where Kramer made his slight mistake. But he had enough to get it across the finish line first.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to monster trucks in just a little bit, but first, super late models. All right, the super late models are going to be in the house in just a little bit. We're going to get it set up for you. All right, welcome back to M.T.N. We are getting ready set. We are getting set for the super late models. It'll be at the Nashville. The super late model feature will be at the Nashville Fairgrounds in Tennessee. 25 lap main event. Guys, what do you think?
Oh,
Well, it ought to be a really fun one.
I didn't realize we're doing non-monster truck stuff too.
Well, yeah, we do that sometimes. Usually.
It's a usual thing here on M.T.N. I did say there was going to be a super late model event here.
Oh. Okay.
Super late model. This is our side attraction for today. and Mr. and the 105 is actually going to start in the back to make it more entertaining.
Yep.
Can he make it from last to first in 25 laps? We're about to find out. All right, here we go. 25 laps. Caution laps do not count. Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
How did that car not lose it coming in the corner?
Indeed.
On lap 2 and we're in 23rd place.
Now he's on the move.
White.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, what the?
Oh.
Yellow flag.
Sometimes that happens.
Yep. All right, here we go. Now 28 laps in the race.
That. Oh, that looked like it hurt.
And we got another yellow. Yellow fever here at Nashville.
Yikes.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
not called for, man.
Oh, man.
Jeez. How many yellow flags do we have to endure?
As you'll take.
As many as it'll take.
Yep.
Luckily, Ricky Cox here is starting on the inside lane. Here we go again.
Try to pass them without hitting anyone. You hit someone right as I was saying that. Is there ever a red flag?
Not really.
Oh. Okay.
All right, he's up in the top 10 now.
14 laps to spare.
Does he have enough time, though?
I'm sure he will. 9. Oh, wow. Wow, all these laps and not a single yellow flag. We might make it through smoothly.
Whoa, 3
Seven.
wide. That was a little gutsy.
Yeah, very good.
Actually paid off. Nice. And in 7th place. 10 laps to pass 6 cars. I bet he can make it.
Well, this is a short track, so those laps are going to burn up very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Let's see if the 105 can do it.
The bigger the track is, the longer it takes, of course, depending on your laps number.
Yep.
Things are getting a little hairy.
Maybe a little. Hit the wall a little bit. But he's doing okay still. Oh. Bumped into that.
Oh, into
dear.
the.
Oh!
That ain't good.
I think we're about to witness. Yep, that was another yellow flag.
In the
was
6th
Indy.
position, so he's in 6th place. That's a very respectful position.
Yeah.
Cautions
Good
breed
position
caution,
for
and I think the lesson here, folks, is cautions breed cautions.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's in the top 5 now.
5 flag first. 4th.
5 laps to go, and in 4th place.
A little more. We'll make it. Come on. Enter. There we go.
Yeah.
All that's left is for these two schmoes to get out of the way.
Yep, but does he have enough muscle to get there, though?
He does.
Of course, you have to have great, attention to what you're doing when you're driving, so you want
Yeah.
to make sure that it plays well.
Yep, that it does. 2 laps to go. Can Ricky Cox pass the 4 and the 53? I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it.
Maybe he can.
Coming to the white flag. There's the white flag for the final lap. I think he's going to end up in 3rd unless a miracle happens right here. Just not enough. Just doesn't have the speed. He's going to end up finishing 3rd. Not a bad race.
Indeed.
And here are the results. "20 cars finished on the lead lap. And that will conclude our side feature for this event. We will be back shortly with the semifinals for the monster trucks. All right, welcome back to M.T.N. Tom Todd 774 here in the booth, along with the Vision of Legend of Wii and the Adventure Chew.
Same reaction.
All right.
Yep.
All right. What an interesting quarterfinal round, guys. What brings us to the semifinals?
Well, we have a nice list after all the rounds we had from the first one and then the other section that we just got through with. So now we're on to semifinals. Between these two rounds, we have Barefoot and Mad Dog take on each other. A bear and a dog. Of course, I wonder how that will go. Then we have the last one, Simpson and Bigfoot.
I kind of lean towards the dog for the first one.
All right. I like your predictions. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah.
All right. Richard Patterson and Barefoot. He's made it this far into the competition. He's never made it this is the first time he has made it this deep in the competition at Kansas City all weekend.
Yeah.
Interesting developments here.
And he'll be going up against not a newcomer to the sport by any means, but a guy who only competes at this level of monster trucks on occasion. John Breen out of Jefferson City, Missouri, and Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Mad Dog doesn't win here, I will be so mad.
We shall see. We shall see. Barefoot versus Mad Dog. Oh, Mad Dog, I think, got the better start.
Let's see.
Again, he
How the
struggles
turn
in
goes
that turn. That has been John Breen's Achilles heel all day, and Barefoot off
Oh,
course.
wow. Yeah. Way off course.
Mad Dog goes to the championship.
Wow.
Hi.
That is something. I haven't seen that truck going up this far before. So far.
Neither have I.
Well,
See,
they're
right-
enjoying
Him
it,
and just
huh?
they hit.
Yeah, right there. There's where Mad Dog had problems. The turn, that turn's a wider turn than some other U-turn tracks, and that has been his Achilles heel all day.
Yep.
And the fact
And
that
I'm
he
gonna
was
throw a
still
wow.
able to win multiple times despite that, that's an achievement
say-
in and of itself, I'd say.
Yes,
Something.
that it is.
Anyway, of course, I do want to say I would love to throw a wild curveball at y'all and say that I'm pretty sure Mad Dog could win today's event, but we'll just wait and see.
We'll wait and see about that one. He's got to go through he's got to go through either one of these two big dogs first for our other semifinal to find out who his opponent will be. Will it be Dad Patrick and Sampson, or will it be Bigfoot Jim Kramer?
Vote
Only one
Samson.
way to find out.
Jim Kramer has been a master on his turns most of the day. But we shall see.
Yeah.
Jim Kramer knows he can't lift because coming around. Oh, Kramer cut another brilliant turn. Sampson in the wall. Bigfoot takes the win.
He was doing so well.
Well, he tried his best.
Yep. Here's what happened to the Sampson machine. Just couldn't make the corner and into the retaining wall.
Yep.
There's something wrong with that lane here, with that lane there, because a lot of guys have been having trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you going?
And Bigfoot moves on. Jim Kramer got his first final appearance here. All right. I've seen these two battle each other before. It was at a TNT event at Cleveland, Ohio in 1987, the last time these two trucks faced off each other in a final round. All right, here we go. The Monster Smash final. John Breen in the blue lane. It's John Breen out of Jefferson City, Missouri, in the Mad Dog Chevrolet, going up against Jim Kramer out of Pacific, Missouri, in the Bigfoot Ford. Cody, who are you going with?
Well, for once, I'm gonna go with a wild one and just say it's gonna be Mad Dog, of course, because why not?
The Adventure Chew, who are you going with?
I'd have to go with the underdog here.
Oh boy. Mad Dog running a new engine setup like we talked about.
Yep.
Running on a blown injected Chevrolet motor. So this ought to be a dandy race. Here we go. The Monster Smash final.
This is it right here, folks.
All right,
Let's see what
and
we got.
it's showtime. The Monster Smash is underway. Mad Dog ahead, coming into the corner. Oh, this time it's Mad Dog who makes a brilliant corner, and he's gonna put
We have a
Bigfoot away. The biggest upset of the
Bigfoot
season.
got stopped.
Yep.
The biggest
What an
upset.
there.
The biggest upset of the year. Upset
That's
of
gonna
the
bruise someone's ego.
the upset of the season. John Breen and Mad Dog puts Bigfoot away.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see every day.
Here's the replay of Mad
Exactly.
Dog's final run.
Bigfoot
Little
often
bit-
wins a lot.
Little bit of a
Sometimes.
bounce there, and right here, just coming around the corner, coming for home. Mad Dog pulls off a brilliant turn, and he goes on and takes the win. Awesome job for John Breen.
Yeah.
The second time of the season a Leaf Sprung truck has actually has actually won a racing competition in this series. The only other one able to do so was Kirk Frankish and Wild Thing at Cottage Grove, I believe it was, right, Cody?
Indeed, it was.
So Mad Dog takes the win and shows that even the little guy, Mad Dog making a big statement for the little guys right here. Awesome job. Congratulations to John Breen. Oh man, the Breen Boys Racing Toys team is going to be partying tonight.
Yes,
Oh,
we will
yeah.
be.
Oh
Let's just
man.
hope we don't get any drunken college morons out of this.
Oh my.
Okay then.
Winner Mad Dog. And that will do it for today's episode of M.T.N, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that will do it for this episode of MTN. Congratulations to John Breen who won here at Arrowhead Stadium. But let's not give them all the credit. All 16 of these guys put on a whale of a show today. Let's give them all one big round of applause, shall we?
Ah, yes.
You can't see it, but I totally am.
Same.
For the Adventure Chew and the Vision of Legend of Wii, I'm Tom Todd 774. Thanks for being with us for an awesome evening of of stock car and monster truck action. We hope to see the next episode will be at St. Louis. Hope to see you there.
Make sure you subscribe to each of us so you don't miss out on a monster truck action. This has been the Adventure Chew with Tom Todd. And remember, get good or get out.
And Legend of Me 92. Bye, ya.